I'm a singer, an actress, a polyglot, then a math teacher. Yes, I do love math. But after I grew up and woke up to reality, I just wanted to be rich, you know, as many of you desire. And I was in such a hurry that I studied for 2 years of high school in just one. So at the age of 16, I was already an engineering student. But I quickly realized that engineering was not for me. So after 3 years of engineering, I switched to finance and banking because it felt closer to being rich, doesn't it? Finance, banking. Meanwhile, because I was in a hurry, I also started my own business when I had at the age of 20. And less than 2 years, I left this college of even thought I did my best with that business because I was too young, I was a child. After 7 years, I failed and I opened another business in another field. But with the lessons learned from the past, I moved to the next level. And I started making a little bit more money. And also besides the money, I can say now that I really liked what I was doing. And I also felt that I am contributing, because I was contributing in a way to this world through my work. Now, looking back, I'm pretty sure that nothing would have me removed from that path by my choice. It was a pretty good life. Also, it's important to know that I always liked to do things well, to do them well. I tried to be the best, if possible, the best of the best in any things that I did, in any stages and areas of all my life. Even I tried to be the best wife, the best mom, the best manager. Now I'm trying to be the best upline. I don't know if it's working. And yet, as long as the main seeds of my soul were not yet manifested, the creation, the life itself, took care to correct my path. I think that all my life, since I was little, I had inside me that feeling, that calling to teach others, to help others, to teach others, to awake people, as I say, from the sleep of ignorance or not knowing. But I always left this aside for the time when I will have nothing else to do, when I'll be rich, relaxed, then I will do that. Then I will help and teach the world. Until then, we have to make money. But that's not how our life works. So in 2017, after a big blessing, dressed in a big drama that has shaken me well, creation corrected my path. So I joined dōTERRA, where I found the ideal space for the manifestation of my inner seeds. Funny thing is that even if this time I was completely detached from any financial dreams or goals, they were 10 times more fulfilled and also with the speed of light. Today I have no doubt that only when you find and fulfill your own calling on this earth, your own role in this world, using and revealing those soul seeds that were gifted to you by God, by Creator, by life, you truly feel alive, fulfilled, you blossom, you're finding your shine, you radiate, and you also become rich. But first you become rich inside, and then it's outside. That's how life works. Our inside world, creates our external reality. You see, when we are kids, we are always asked, what do you want to be what do you want to be when you grow up? Then we grow up, and we continue to ask ourselves, did I become what I wanted to be? Am I in the right place? And for some people, in time, even other questions arise. What's the meaning of life? What's my purpose on this earth?
Well,
what's my calling? The interesting thing is that generally people are confusing the purpose, the meaning, the calling with a certain job or profession. But this is just an illusion. And in this illusion we believe that we will find happiness when we will find that ideal job or that ideal activity that will fulfill us both personally and financially, you know. But the truth is that what we really want is to feel alive, to feel connected into this world. Happiness does not appear after you achieve certain goals or after you will find your nirvana job. Happiness is not a fixed point in time that you reach. It's more like a journey, a path that you walk on. I would say even more, it's the process and the action you are doing while you walk on this path. It's not a noun, I would say it's more a verb. It's not a feeling, it's an inner state, yeah? It's a verb. As I say, you are not happy, you are happying. Do you get me? I try to do it in English. You are happying while you're moving to your destiny, to your purpose, doing your calling, revealing your seeds. Well, what I wanted to know is that the main idea, yes, is that each of us come into this world with a certain set of soul seeds placed in us by the Creator. These seeds can germinate and reveal themselves and manifest when they meet with the right conditions of life at the right time. At the right time chosen by life, by the creation itself, depending on how prepared you are. I'll give you some simple examples. At the age of 2, you meet with the potty, because you're ready for it. After you rise above the diaper stage, you are ready to meet the scissor or pencils. And you have to wait until you have 18 years old to meet with the driving car scene. Well, your life's work, your life assignment, your life activity, if you want, and it can change, yeah, is that space where your soul seeds or your potential meet with the opportunities, with the circumstances offered by life. Let's try to imagine the next picture. All of humanity is one giant body, and just like in our body where each cell, each organ, each tissue has its own function, role, work, and activity. For example, the kidneys clean the blood, make the urine, or the stomach digest the food. In the same way, each of us in this giant body has his own function, his own activity, work. Well, the idea is that each of us, even if not intentionally, more intuitively, is looking for that activity, for that role, for that work that was given to us by the Creator in order to feel connected to this great body called humanity. And we don't have a single soul seed, but a bag full of various seeds that will not bloom all at once, but one at a time, As some grow and flourish, creation itself gradually brings us all the necessary circumstances and resources that will continue to nourish and challenge the seeds that are still latent or dormant or unawakened inside of us. But it's like a dance, with the creation. But in order for this dance of ours with the creation to happen, there is an extremely important condition and attitude that we need to have. And I will invite you to go deeper with me. Are you agree? You agree?
Yeah.
So, if each of us was created in the image of our Creator, of our God, that means that we are also creators and beings who create something. And I mean any creation. What I mean by that is that any process by which we create and produce something, it's a work, it's a labor. Any act of creation is a work, and any act of work is a creation, if you start to think a little bit. God worked for 6 days, creating the world and mankind, So if you think a little bit, you'll see that our nature, our essence, our meaning in life, our calling, if we want, is work, is laboring, is creation, is to create something. Or we could say that working and creating is the purpose of our life. Well, the problem is that somewhere in our past we have separated and split the work from the purpose of our life, or from the goals. And we transform the work into a painful way of achieving the purpose and the goals in our lives. What I mean by that is that we got to the point that we work in order to achieve and build a good life full of comfort. We don't work anymore because it's just our supreme form of manifestation. And we work for the comfort, And don't get me wrong, I'm not against comfort. But I'm against comfort as the purpose of life. If you pay attention, you'll see that people who truly love to work and master anything they do, any work they do, from small things to big ones, no matter what life offers to them, they flourish and shine. So only by having this attitude towards work, mastering every little thing that we encounter in life step by step, we gradually receive another one and another one, so that all of our soul seeds can bloom. It's very important to ask yourself honestly, what is your relationship with the act of work? What's more important to you? What's more precious to you? The work itself as a process of manifestation, of creation, or its results or fruits? And when I say fruits and results, I don't mean the fruits of the mastery, or the outcome of a good work, such as a well-done event or seminar or a cured patient. I mean the results, sometimes they get the results, or the financial consequences, the results as payment. That payment you will obviously get if the mastery is manifested. But again, what's more important to you? What's more precious to you? Now, in order for us to complete the story with the right conditions, that was part of the story, the right conditions for our soul seeds to manifest, we needed to understand another important idea. When we are children, it is normal and obvious for us to live in the mood of a taker. You see, we wait to get, to receive. And this is normal. But when we become adults, we have to switch to being a giver and start think and look, what can I give? What can I offer into this world? The problem is that most of us has matured physically, but not psychologically. That's why most of us are looking for a job where we can take and receive more instead of looking for a place where we can give more and serve more. Only when we live as givers, psychologically mature people seeking to give value to this world, creation itself, life itself, will bring us the right circumstances and resources in the form of the right opportunities, activities, people, and so on. You will not even need to look for them. They will come to you. But first you need to be a giver. So, if you want adult stuff, you have to stop being a child and to live like an adult. So, there is also, I want you to know that there is no guru on this earth that can tell you exactly what are your role, what is your purpose, what are the exact seeds that were planted into you. All the teachers, all the books, seminars, or mentors have only the role to connect you with the necessary information and knowledge and tools, but revealing the soul seeds one at a time, it's an individual work that has to be done by each human being, by himself. But this human being, as we discussed today, has to be someone who truly loves to work and seeks to achieve mastery in anything he does, someone that's psychologically mature, seeking to give and serve more in any places he finds himself. So in conclusion, please stop waiting or searching for the ideal activity before you start to work, the ideal moment before you start to create, the ideal partner or ally before you start to give, the ideal strategy, the ideal sponsor or bonus or company or whatever before you start happy in. Begin from the place you are now. Work with love. Improve and master all the little things that life has given to you right now. Start being a giver today. Of course, keeping your eyes and heart open, because once you connect with the flow, not only your inner state or inside state will change, but also a new door will start to open through which new circumstances and resources suitable for you will enter. We are connected and interconnected like cells, tissues, and organs in the body. In a way, we function individually, but this individuality isn't separated from the whole body. As a drop of water is not separated from the big ocean. If you will, we are like a swarm of bees working together, united by a collective work that is shared between each of us. So the goal, I think the goal of all of us, is to learn to live and work together as one organism. But that means to take our part of role, our part of function, and master it with love and responsibility. That's the only way we help and allow the ones near us to do the same. Just like in the body, if one organ works well, the kidney, for example, and does its job properly, all the other organs are able to do the same. And then we get harmony in the body. And if another human being that's near you, even if he's trying hard but can't handle it, help him. But attention, helping him doesn't mean to do it instead of him, but to guide him, to teach him, to master the work he has to do by himself. So, as I always, in this way, I think that's the only way our world can truly change and heal. Don't you agree? Do you get my idea? Yeah? I have to finish, I have to read that. So I need to finish. As I always say in Romania, are my Romanians there? How do I say it? I didn't hear you. I'll do the translation. Set your boots on fire and you'll radiate your light, changing the world, one person, one community at a time, until the whole galaxy shines and happens on its own path. Thank you very much.